Yo, what's going on YouTube? So it's been a while since I've made one of these sit down videos. And of course, I enjoy making it. So I've always been wanting to come back to it. As you can see on the channel, it's kind of turned into a boxing. Okay, so as I was saying, the channel has kind of turned into a boxing slash motivation channel. And the reason for that is because when I was doing the motivation channel, well, I'm still doing it, but when I was doing the motivation videos, it wasn't really picking up. So I've picked up the boxing style of videos, and the shorts are picking up. Even when I'm doing like the mini videos, those are picking up as well. So I guess I'm just merging the two, the boxing and the motivation. But I've come back to the motivation because with the motivation I can kind of sit down with you guys, just talk about random things, you know what I mean, and then post that video. And then if these do well, if you guys like it, then we'll see where it goes from there. But that's kind of what I'm doing. If you guys have seen the little cutaways in this video, it's because I was having some storage issues, but I've just deleted something, so hopefully that's over now. And I can just get through this video in one take. But yeah, man, I've just been carrying on training, boxing, just doing me, posting videos, as you guys can see. I'm getting a few more comments, getting a few more engagement and interaction with the channel. So, thank you guys for that. I'm happy, I'm grateful for that. But in this video, there's not really a plan for this video, just sitting down talking about what I've been up to, talking about, just simple motivation for you guys, continuing to show up every day, regardless of how you feel. The main reason why I really started this channel and why I really wanted to just do these sit down videos and start talking is because sometimes I just find myself having good, like seriously good points. Like I have good points that I just be saying to myself, and I feel like if somebody was to hear that, then they would actually enjoy that too. Like even before I started recording this video, I had a good point, and it was about boxing. It was just about the psychology. It's about like why some boxers do well, why some don't, and maybe I will touch on that later on during this video. But I just find myself having some good points, and it's just like I just want to get this out. I just want to talk about this point. So eventually the good points that I have, maybe I'll touch on them. But it's like it's in the moment thing. It's like I'll have a good point, I'll have something to say, and then when I'm making a video now, it's like all jumbled, and it's like, what was I saying again? But that's really the main reason why I started this channel and just why I wanted to do these sit down videos. As I said before, I was doing tech, I was doing still on TikTok, still on Instagram with like the boxing videos. But what else? Like some gaming. Really, when I started, I was doing gaming, then I moved to tech, then I moved to what was I doing next? All the basic YouTube automation stuff. I've just always been trying. But this is something that I really want to stick at and just want to make it work. You know what I mean? Just putting my focus into this and just making it work. But in regards to, the boxing, the training is going well, everything's going great. You have your days when you mess up, you have your days when you don't want to be disciplined, but always just come back because, slacking for 2 days, then it becomes a habit. If you're taking a day off, cool. The second day, make sure you're back on it because then it becomes a habit and you don't want to become a habit. But anyway, touching on the points that I had before, obviously when I mentioned that the good point that I had before about the psychology of boxing and just why people do well, I'll probably leave that for a next video. And the point I'm going to speak about today, because you know me, always giving you guys gems, always giving you guys tips. Well, I try to anyway. Hopefully you guys like it. But I think the tip today, I think the best trait, well, to find the most success in life is to find a craft or something that you can dedicate yourself to completely 100%. That's what I think is where you see the most success. Dedicating yourself to a craft, finding something that you can indulge yourself in 100%, legitimate. Find a way to obviously make a profit out of that because, money rules the world. Everybody needs money. You can't just, everybody says, start this for passion, don't start for money. And I agree with that. I agree with not starting something for money because oftentimes in the beginning, you're never getting paid. You're just doing it because you love it. You're doing it because you actually have a passion for it. But eventually down the line, you can become tired. You can become, drained. You don't want to do it anymore. But I feel like that's where you got to dig deep and actually dig deep in yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to continue doing this. But as I said before, I feel like finding something in life that you can, fully commit yourself to, that is the most successful thing anybody can have in this life. Or that is the most, finding something that you can fully commit yourself to, that is one of the biggest blessings in life. And I feel like people that don't have that, people that don't have something that they can commit themselves to, because I never felt like that as well. I felt I had shiny object syndrome, and maybe still do have a slight tinge of shiny object syndrome where I want to do this, I want to do that. I find it, I always see myself coming across it. It's like, I want to do this, I want to do that. But it's like, no, you have to focus on something. You have to fully commit yourself to one thing, because there's many people that have spoken about it, and you even see it, footballers, boxers, rappers, You know, you always find that they started something and they fully committed themselves to that in the beginning, and then later on down the line is when other business ventures came. You know, they started doing I don't know, whatever it may be. I don't know much about the music industry, but they started doing, you know, little side businesses. Like you got your Master P's, your you know, the big record labels, but they always started off doing something small, started off with one thing first. And I feel like if you have that one thing in life, then you're ultimately going to see success, because they say it takes 10,000 hours to mastery. And if you master that, then of course you're going to be a successful person in that craft. You're going to be amongst the highest people in that craft. So I feel like that's one thing that everybody needs to work on, and that's one of the biggest blessings that you can have in life. And I think you can spot that as well. You can spot that in a certain individual, like people that have success from young, and you always think, why do they have success? Why are they more successful than me? But it's like you don't understand the amount of time that they've been working on one specific thing, and then it's finally blossomed, it's bloomed, and now they're seeing, you know, minor success. It's not even nowhere near the pinnacle of what they want. It's small success. And then you always think to yourself, but I want to be in that position. But it's like you haven't been working as long as they have in order to see that success, small success, because there's still so much more that they want to accomplish. You can see it in a person. You can see somebody that wakes up with purpose. You can hear it in their voice. You can hear the desire in people's voice. You can see it in their eyes. You can always spot certain characteristics, like those who have it and just that those that don't. I don't really believe in those that don't have it. I believe everybody has it, but I just believe that it takes longer for certain individuals to find it. That's all it is, you know. But Kobe said it, Kobe Bryant. You can see a person that wakes up with purpose, you know, somebody that has a goal, somebody that's working towards something. You see it. And certain, I don't know why it takes certain individuals longer to find that purpose, to find that goal, to find something that they really want to you know, commit themselves to. I think if everybody just had it, if everybody just understood, like, this is what I need to do, I need to shut everything else off, I need to shut off all distractions, I need to sacrifice, whether it be your family, time, whatever it may be, just to commit to this, then you're going to see success out of it. And it seems so simple, but it's so hard because there's so many distractions in the world. And it's like, I want to do this, I want to do that. So it's like, what do I really choose? But I think it's a skill to be able to see long term, to see like how it's going to look in the long term, to see, all right, I'm not getting anything out of it now, but I know that in the future I'm going to get something. You know, this is going to reap tons of rewards just by me putting in the effort. Me putting in the effort now, building that compound interest, I'm going to see the rewards. And I feel like that's where I'm going with my boxing journey now. It's like, yeah, I get tired. Yeah, I don't want to do it all the time, but I still have to find that motivation to do it. You know, I have a rule. I have 3 hours minimum. So I always put in 3 hours minimum. Remember, I'm a human, so I get it wrong sometimes as well, and sometimes I slack off. But and that's the honesty about this channel, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to build the foundation for honesty. So I have a rule where it's 3 hours minimum every single day, you know what I mean? So that'd be the skipping, the boxing, conditioning, the recovery days. Like, I need to set a stricter timetable when it comes to my boxing journey, but that's just building the compound interest. So when it comes to building compound interest in whatever you want to do, whatever your field is, have a certain rule for you, like something that you're never going to say no to. Like, this is the minimum, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to commit to. So will it be, and for starters, 3 hours is nothing, because if you heard me say before 10 hours to 10,000 hours to mastery, 4 hours every single day, it's going to take you 10 years to gain that, to get those 10,000 hours. If you do something 4 hours every single day, it's going to take you 10 years to get that 10,000 hours to mastery. But if you do something for 8 hours every single day, it's going to take you 5 years. So I think where people mess up is just thinking about that long term 5 years. It's like, whoa, I've got to do this for this amount of hours every single day for 5 years just to get to 10,000 hours. But I think people that can, you know, take that out of their minds and just fall in love with the work, fall in love with the time frame, it's like those are the ones that do well. So that's just kind of where I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build that compound interest, trying to master my mind, master my thoughts, and just, you know, just put in the work. Because I feel like those are the individuals that really reaped massive success in this world, that really made a change, made an impact. Because I want to be one of those individuals. I want to make a change on this world. I want to have an impact. I want people to remember me, have legacy, all of those, you know, be in awe of my characteristics, be in awe of me as a person. And I feel like these videos, I'm making them now to look back on in the future, and it's like, you really done all of that. You know what I mean? You done all of that, chase your success, was a dedicated, ambitious young person. Whether I was doing the right thing in people's eyes and whether I was doing the wrong thing in people's eyes. I think all that matters is how you feel. You know, I feel like I'm doing the right things. I feel like I'm dedicating myself. I feel like I'm working harder than certain individuals, but I'm still not working my hardest. So it's just always being in competition with yourself and always just outdoing yourself, outdoing the person in the mirror, you know, a boxing rule, a boxing phenomenon, you know, always outdoing the person in the mirror. The hardest person is to go against the person in the mirror, who you see, your own reflection. So I'm just always trying to outdo that person, always trying to, you know, work hard. But I'm just building that compound interest. Now, this segment is 4 hours and 54 minutes, 4 hours messing up everything, man. Well, you don't mess up everything, you know, God. But 4 minutes and 54 seconds it was at the time. So as I said, I didn't really have a plan for this video. This is just going to be my first sit-down video in a long time. Wanted to come on, show my face again, you know, do one of these talking videos. Hopefully you guys are liking it. But comment, subscribe. The channel is getting a bit of traction now. So hopefully when I upload this video, it can get some traction. And I'm talking about little movements, you know, little baby steps. It's like a video could get 3 views, and then if it got 4 views, I'm happy for that. If it gets 5 views, I'm happy for that. You know, hopefully this video can gain some traction when I'm posting it as a short as well, and I'm posting the link from the short to the full video. Hopefully all these things can just build this channel. You know, 400 subscribers, look back on in the future with consistency, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So just want to keep on doing these videos, bringing it to you guys. You guys help me as well. Leave it in the comments, you know, if you guys are liking these videos. But that's just what I want to do for you guys, man. So end of this video, it's probably going to come out to after I finish editing, it's probably going to come out to 8-9 minutes, so good length. But you know, stay winning, stay disciplined, stay consistent. My motto, my slogan, you know, we don't believe in motivation, we believe in discipline and consistency. But you know, let's get it, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it, and yeah, man, next video, see you guys in the next one.